Hello friends, you are welcome again. The Listening Empire. John Medina, who wrote the book Brain Rules, says that if he wanted to create an environment that is absolutely useless for the brain, he would have created the current environment. Our schools and workplaces are the exact opposite of our mind's point of view for an optimal environment. This is because we humans know very little about our brain. We know that. Just think about it. Your brain is such an incredible organ that I am taking out some sounds from my throat, and your brain is recognizing them as language. And what I am saying, you are understanding it. So John Medina has given us 12 rules in this book, which will help us understand the brain. So rule number 1 is, brain is a survival organ and it evolved too. If you want to understand how humans came to their present state, you have to understand evolution. Millions of years ago, when our ancestors lived in the jungles, the biggest challenge for them was survival. Early humans were not the strongest species, and they were constantly in danger of being attacked by other animals. There were two ways to survive from animals. Either you have to become stronger or smarter. Evolution tells us that human beings have become smarter. A very interesting aspect of our intelligence is dual representation theory. It says that we can understand symbols and patterns and can derive multiple meanings of a symbol. They imagine a stick as a sword or a scissor as a motorbike. Because of this ability, we are able to read languages, communicate with each other and increase our knowledge. Second rule is exercise boosts brain power. Because millions of years ago, the world was so unpredictable that early humans had to keep walking all the time, either to hunt or to escape from danger. Scientists estimate that early humans walked 10 miles every day. Now most people think that we need to exercise for physical health. But we also need to understand that the more important exercise is for our body. Maybe more important is for our brain. In the book, the author gives an example of two people. One was Jim, who lived in a nursing home. He was in his late 80s. And he was always depressed and lonely. His mind was not very sharp. On the other hand, there was another person, an architect, Frank Wright. You could tell from talking to him for a minute how smart he was. He was also in his late 80s. The biggest difference between these two was that Frank did physical activity all his life. John Medina says that the greatest factor of successful aging is exercise. The scores of exercises are always higher in cognitive tests compared to non-exercises. Studies have found that regular exercise halves the risk of dementia and reduces the risk of Alzheimer's by 60%. 60% less. And not only exercise, but even doing a 30-minute walk 3 times a week is very beneficial for the brain. Third point is, sleep well, think well. If you think about it, according to evolution, sleep was very dangerous for us. When we were sleeping, anyone could come and attack us. But even then, it was necessary for all of us to sleep. According to evolution, sleep was worth the risk. It means that sleep is so important for us that it never left evolution despite the risk. According to research, when you sleep, your brain keeps on functioning in many stages of sleep. Brainwaves of your brain are more than your waking life. A lot of research is going on sleep because scientists are trying to understand what are the exact mechanisms of sleep and what are their exact benefits. But one thing is clear right now, that getting less sleep is very harmful for your brain. Your brain is always in constant tension between two types of cells and chemicals. One is the one that wants to keep you awake. If it was in their control, you would never sleep. And there is one who wants to put you to sleep. Now the release of these chemicals is different in everyone's body. That's why everyone's sleep and waking time is also different. How is your body clock? This is told by your chronotype. Lark chronotype are early risers. Their sleep automatically opens up in the morning. And owl chronotype gets late sleep at night. There are different types of people who are called hummingbird chronotype. Apart from sleeping at night, it has also been found in research that taking a nap in the afternoon is very beneficial for you. According to a NASA study, taking a nap for just 1 minute and 26 minutes reduced the crew's mistakes by 34%. So, do try to get enough sleep. There is no set amount of sleep that you should sleep. It is different for everyone. The fourth brain rule is that stressed brains don't learn the same way. Stress was good for us in a time. It was an automatic response for any dangerous situation. But early humans who faced stress, it was temporary. If they saw an animal, they would either eat it or the human would kill it or they would run away. In a few minutes the situation will end and stress will reduce. But in today's world, our stress is only at a low level. And it is very damaging for us. If your boss stresses you or if a teacher troubles you, then you can't leave that situation and run away. This is a low-level stress, which harms you. We feel stress because of a hormone which is called cortisol. If your cortisol increases a lot, then according to John Medina, you can get depression. Cortisol is like a villain, which can attack your brain. In this situation, there is a hero, a hormone called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. If you have enough BDNF, cortisol can't harm you much. That's why in depression treatment, exercise is highly recommended. Because by exercising, your BDNF increases and your mood stabilizes. When you are stressed, your memory also doesn't work properly. It must have happened to you too, that you have studied everything. But if you are under a lot of stress, you forget those things in the exam. Stress affects your memory. So it is very important that you control your stress with exercise and meditation. Fifth brain rule is wiring. Not even two people's brains are the same. Even identical twins, whose life experiences are the same, but their brains are not the same. As you live your life, your brain's physical structure changes. New connections of neurons are formed. Even small details are stored in neurons. And where and why they are stored is not their pattern. For example, when a heart surgeon does surgery, he knows what to expect when he opens someone's heart. But when a neurosurgeon does brain surgery, he has to map the brain of each person. He keeps the patient awake and gives small electrical currents to his open brain. And the patient tells that he just felt something on his right hand, he just felt something on his leg, etc. And the surgeon slowly starts marking him. And slowly they keep marking it. This is because everyone's brain stores information in different ways in different areas. If I give you an example, then you might store your driving skills here and your bike here. The simple meaning of this is that everyone's brain is so unique that it cannot be compared with anyone else's brain. That is why it is said that there is not just one type of intelligence, but there are different types of intelligence. So, the modern school system, which expects us to sit in a class and teach in a similar way, is completely wrong. Everyone has a different wiring, and that's why everyone has a lot of differences in their intellect and personality. The sixth brain rule is, we don't pay attention to boring things. Maybe everyone was told in school, pay attention. But the weirdest thing is that no one told us how to get attention. John Medina says that humans in general don't want to pay attention to boring things. On average, anyone's attention stays on a topic for 10 minutes. And then it slowly goes away. The more we are interested in a topic, the more an event is emotionally important for us, the more we can pay attention. Always remember one rule, meaning before detail. Our brain wants to understand. What is the meaning of a new information? And what will be the benefit of it? Once we understand it, then we start paying attention to details. So, because your attention might be getting less. So, do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you don't miss that video. Thank you. I hope you like a video.